Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into repair hacks for those pesky household problems that always seem to pop up at the worst possible time. So grab your tool belt, put on your DIY hat, and let's get this repair party started. All right, first up, we're going to tackle that annoying drip, drip, drip coming from your faucet. It's a common problem, but one that can be easily fixed with a bit of patience and the right tools. Trust me, it's easier than you think to fix this yourself. You don't need to be a professional plumber to get this job done. With a little guidance, you'll have it sorted in no time. Before we get started, you'll need a few things: a wrench, a screwdriver, and a new washer. These are basic tools that you might already have in your toolbox, and if not, they're easy to find at any hardware store. Step 1 is to turn off the water supply to the faucet. This is crucial to avoid any water mess while you're working. You'll usually find the shut-off valve underneath the sink. It might be a bit hidden, so take your time to locate it. Once the water is off, go ahead and turn on the faucet to release any remaining pressure. This step ensures that no water is left in the pipes, making your job easier and cleaner. Now, using your screwdriver, carefully remove the decorative cap on top of the faucet handle. These caps can be a bit delicate, so take your time to avoid any damage. With the cap removed, you'll see a screw holding the handle in place. This screw is what keeps the handle attached to the faucet. Use your screwdriver to loosen and remove this screw, then gently pull the handle off. Be careful not to lose the screw, as you'll need it for reassembly. Underneath the handle, you'll find a packing nut. This nut helps to secure the valve stem in place. Use your wrench to loosen and remove this nut. It might be a bit tight, so apply steady pressure to avoid stripping it. Now you can lift out the valve stem and replace the washer at the bottom. The washer is often the culprit behind the leak, so replacing it should solve the problem. Reassemble the faucet by following these steps in reverse order. Make sure everything is tightened properly to prevent future leaks. Once everything is back together, turn the water supply back on and check for leaks. If you've done everything correctly, the annoying drip should be gone and your faucet should be as good as new. Okay, let's face it, we've all been there. You drop your phone, hear that sickening crunch, and then gingerly flip it over, hoping against hope that the screen is still intact. But alas, there it is, the dreaded spiderweb crack. Before you despair, let me tell you that it is possible to repair a cracked phone screen yourself. You'll need a screen replacement kit specifically designed for your phone model, which you can usually find online. These kits typically come with all the tools you'll need, including a suction cup, a pry tool, and a precision screwdriver. In general, you'll start by using the suction cup and pry tool to carefully remove the cracked screen. Once the new screen is connected, you can reassemble your phone and power it on. If everything went according to plan, you should see your familiar home screen, good as new. Let's be honest. A clogged drain is right up there with a leaky faucet on the list of annoying household problems. It can disrupt your daily routine and cause a lot of frustration. But don't worry, you don't need to call a plumber just yet. There are a few simple methods you can try to unclog that drain yourself. These methods are not only effective but also cost-efficient and easy to do with items you probably already have at home. First up, let's try the classic baking soda and vinegar method. This method is a favorite because it's natural and doesn't involve harsh chemicals. Simply pour a cup of baking soda down the drain, followed by a cup of vinegar. The combination of these two ingredients creates a chemical reaction that can help break down the clog. You'll probably see some fizzing action. That's a good sign. Let the mixture sit for about 30 minutes, then flush it with hot water. The hot water helps to wash away the loosened debris. If the baking soda and vinegar method doesn't do the trick, you can try using a wire coat hanger. This is a great way to physically remove any blockages. Straighten out the hanger, then bend one end to create a small hook. This hook will help you grab onto any hair or debris stuck in the drain. Carefully insert the hook into the drain and try to fish out any hair or debris that might be causing the clog. Be gentle to avoid damaging the pipes. Another option is to use a drain snake, which is a flexible tool designed specifically for unclogging drains. It's especially useful for deeper clogs that a wire hanger can't reach. Once you've cleared the clog, flush the drain with hot water for a few minutes to make sure everything is flowing smoothly. This final step ensures that any remaining debris is washed away and helps prevent future clogs. And there you have it. With these simple methods, you can tackle a clogged drain without the need for a plunger or a plumber. So next time you face this common household issue, you'll know exactly what to do. All right, folks, it happens to the best of us. We've all been there. Maybe you accidentally bumped the wall with a little too much enthusiasm, or perhaps a picture hook went rogue and left a mark. Whatever the cause, now you've got a hole in the wall staring back at you, and it's not a pretty sight. But fear not. Patching a hole in the wall is actually a pretty straightforward process, and you can do it yourself with a bit of patience. First, you'll need a few supplies. A putty knife, some spackle or joint compound, fine grit sandpaper and a damp cloth. These are all easily available at your local hardware store. Start by cleaning the area around the hole to remove any loose debris or dust. This ensures that the spackle adheres properly. If the hole is large or has jagged edges, you can use a utility knife to create a clean, square-shaped opening. This makes it easier to patch and gives a more professional finish. Next, scoop a small amount of spackle or joint compound onto your putty knife and apply it to the hole, pressing it firmly into the opening. Make sure to fill the hole completely. Use the putty knife to smooth out the spackle, feathering the edges outward to blend with the surrounding wall. This step is crucial for a seamless look. Let the spackle dry completely. Depending on the product, this could take a few hours or even overnight. Once the spackle is dry, use the fine grit sandpaper to smooth out any rough edges. Sand gently to avoid removing too much spackle. Wipe away the sanding dust with a damp cloth. This step is important to ensure a clean surface for painting. Now you're ready to prime and paint the patched area. Apply a coat of primer first to seal the spackle, then follow up with your wall paint for a flawless finish. And there you have it. With just a few simple steps, you've patched that hole like a pro. Your wall looks as good as new, and you can take pride in a job well done. Clean up your tools and give yourself a pat on the back. You've earned it. Don't forget to subscribe for more DIY tips and tricks. Happy repairing. Ah, the dreaded squeaky door. It's one of those minor annoyances that can drive you absolutely crazy over time. But the good news is that fixing a squeaky door is usually a quick and easy fix. The first step is to identify the source of the squeak. Open and close the door a few times, listening carefully to pinpoint the location of the squeak. It's usually caused by friction between the door hinges or the door latch and strike plate. If the squeak is coming from the hinges, lubrication is your best bet. Grab a can of WD-40 or some other type of lubricant and apply a generous amount to the top of each hinge pin. Open and close the door a few times to work the lubricant into the hinge. If the squeak persists, you can try tightening the hinge screws. And there you have it. With a little lubrication or tightening, you can silence that squeaky door and restore peace and quiet to your home. Boom! There you have it, 5 common household repairs that you can easily tackle yourself. Thanks for watching. If you found these hacks helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more tips and tricks. We're always adding more awesome content to help you become a master of all things repair and DIY. Happy repairing!